Who's that? Is that Brian?
Yes, me, mate. Yeah. And I think this woman's going to jump on. This woman called Tam, who was part of a thing. It was called. From what I've been told today, there was a group set up. It's called Councillor Morris Needs Counselling or something like that. I got a phone call today. So I'm trying to find this group on Facebook. It's called Councillor Morris Needs Counselling. That's all the people that he's fucked over.
This is what I was trying to find out. Okay. Can you email me, Tammy? I'll give you my email. Just send me a quick email.
She said she's going to jump on.
Yeah, I'm just going to post my email.
She was on Jupiter's last night, but she knows a lot about him. She was admin. She shows a lot about him.
I was listening. So please just email me at that email. It's justreallive@gmail.com. And I'll reply with the link. Did my comment not show up? I posted it on my other account. Someone try to ring a bell. Oh. Well done.
Oh yeah, it is.
All right, I've just got that now, Tammy. I'm replying. All right, I've just replied to that email. So just click that link and
hey boss. Hey other boss.
Should get you on. Hello.
Hi, are you all right?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you, not bad. Full of a cold and that, but yeah, not bad at all.
I was listening to Jupiter's show yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I must have missed it because as I started listening, you'd only been talking for about 2 minutes or so. But apparently,
yeah, I did for a little bit, and then I went in the back on mute because Morris wouldn't let me speak.
Yeah, no, when I got there, he'd already left.
Ah, right, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't start watching till he just left when I got over there, and I was listening to what you was saying. I was obviously agreeing with a lot of it.
Yeah, I was a bit.
What you missed is the bit before. For about 40 minutes, you had to wait in the background because he was over talking everybody. What he was doing is what Chrissy Morris was doing. He wouldn't let her get a word in.
But did you notice? Because I have listened it back today. Hang on a minute. I think I've got YouTube in the background. Bear with me. Is that better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that he wouldn't actually speak to me whether it's because I'm a female or not, or he got a little bit spooked, or it was because he was that Jamie guy. He was all over him, and he was trying to do the mediation thing with him and everything else, and it was bad.
But because Chrissy Morris has met you twice, I know he's met you twice up in court, up in Manchester. That I know because he told me he did before. And I know you're not a stalker. I know you're not a stalker. That's why I wouldn't speak
No,
to you until I knew on.
Brian, sorry, I'm getting a bit of a lag here. Sorry if we interrupt. It's my lag. I've met him once, and that was when he was at Minchell Street, and the other time he was on video link, and I was in the court at the same time.
Did she lose? See the Asian lady. Did she lose her house in the hen? Because he said to me he saved it, but I'm being told differently that she lost the house, and he tried to go in.
100% lost it, and she got something like 70 grand's worth of solicitors' costs and legal costs.
Yeah, so he put her more in debt than what she was actually in the first place. Is that correct?
Oh, correct.
Right, yeah. Okay, because I've had a phone call today, and this is a guy called Joe, but this isn't the Joe that's with Fiona Kent, his ex-wife. It's a guy who just phones me anonymously the last few times, and he's told me about this group that's called Counsellor Morris Needs Counselling. He said any information you can get from there, but it's like a meet group first. You've got to get into it. I'm not really bothered about getting into it because I've got enough on him anyway. Give me. He's been going around. I've had the police phone me today where he's been going around trying to get people witness statements for a non-molestation order. He's an absolute fucking idiot. You me.
Yeah. So, as regards to the group, one thing I will say, and we do shut the group down especially when there's court proceedings going on against him, because it's not in anyone's best interest, especially the victims, to jeopardise anything on it. And that's why there's been complete radio silence. Nobody gets added because there are other victims in that group that live in the area.
Yeah, someone told me 12. Someone today told me there's 12 victims in that group. What you were right about is that I found out today, because I did speak to, I'll say it's the Councillor Stamp. Yeah, is that he did approach women in the car park. There is something sent to me today about six people that he's bullied. I can send it to you. I can send it to Real. Real send it to you. If you can send it to her. If I send it to Real, there were 6 councillors that he has approached at night times in the car park when it's dark and tried to be bully boy tactics to them. I don't know if you know about these 6 councillors.
Yeah, there is quite a few. There was one that basically said she didn't want anything to do with him because there was a Google Meet call regarding council business, and he rang her really quite early in the morning. And it's not the first time, it won't be the last time. There is so many people that have walked away and said, even I believe.
Do you know Stan's husband went to the Old Mill Hotel at Richards Parish? Do you know the reason why?
I don't know the reason why, but knowing the MO of Morris, it would have been provoked. Exactly. There would have been a reason behind it.
I've got the recording because I recorded him when he told me. He told me that Wendy Stamp, this woman is in mid-60s, I'd say, yeah? She's the leader of Essex Council as well, and he told me she sent him pornographic images, of her in bed. Now he then said to Wendy Stamp's Councillor Stamp's husband, "I've got pictures of your missus laying naked in bed, and she's told me what you do after sex." This is to wind him up. So your husband's gone round now, had a fight with him. She's then had to resign. This is how clever he is. He's a very clever man. He's very clever. Don't underestimate him. He has then gone round to the Old Mill Hotel, gone and attacked him. Chrissy's banged him out, choked him out, and then the guys left. The deputy leader and Wendy Stamp, who was the leader of the council at the time, have both had to resign over this. But this is how he gets in people's heads. There was never any. I've got the recording. He made it up. He made it up.
There is part of that video. Barry Stamp, actually, he walks away and he was going to knock the phone out of his hand, and that's when they went in. But the video has been analysed by quite. I know the video has been analysed, and I listened to something. I think it was about a week ago. Might have not even been that, and I was just listening while I was nodding off. It was about. It must have been one. It can't have been one punch. If you actually look at the video and you slow it down, Chrissy comes to the door, and he's got keys. He's got keys. Yeah, he's got keys in his hand.
He chokes him out on the floor as well. He chokes him out on the floor.
Yeah, it's
Barry. who's like in his 60s. But this is his mind games because he couldn't get his own way in the council meeting. And this is how.
But the other thing is, Brian, on that video also, you can also hear as he's walking away when he got hit. He was talking to Richard Perry, and he said, Richard was trying to calm it down after all the fracas. He can't come in here. Barry actually said, well, he's putting pictures of my daughter out. She might be an adult. She will be an adult. That's when it starts. When you start going to real life, it's a bit of a shit.
He said to him, he was putting pictures. It wasn't pictures of what I've got the recording. He said he's white. This is what he actually said to me, and I've got the recording. That he just had sex with when he just had sex with her husband. She said, "I was thinking of you the whole time," and that's the recording I've got from him. Yeah, right. And he sent that to her husband, and rightly so. Her husband's going to lose it, and he went round there. Yeah, and he's in his 60s. Yeah. Barry's in his 60s. He's only a little fella. He's nothing. If you see him, yeah, he runs his own little company. And he was walking away, and then he came back. Chrissy was provoking him. If you watch the video properly, he went to walk away, Barry did. Yeah?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And then he provoked him. Richard didn't want any trouble there. And then he's punched him in the face, give him a right hook, and choked him out. And I've seen the video, so I know. But this is a sort of individual you're dealing. A very dangerous man. He's a very dangerous man. He will set you up. Trust me on this. And if he doesn't, he will call you a nonce or a paedophile or whatever. Yeah, and listen, I've got no history here. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm no fucking angel. I'm as horrible as they come. But when it comes to this man, yeah, I've been told today that the phone call I got today about this group, and there's 12 women on there that have been victims of his. And we're not talking about victims of like shouting and back and forth, calling each other names. This is physical victims. That's what I've been told.
There's men as well. There is men as well.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, yeah. Well, the geezer phoned me today was his best friend for 20 years. And it's not Joe who's with Fiona.
Right, sorry, my dog's barking. Yeah, it's
and he listened to your he's obviously following because he listened to you last night.
Yeah, he will do. But I do think, because obviously they were talking, you could tell he got spooked. But the thing that I am not a stalker. Like I said, I've been to a court case only because back in the day, he'd come out of court and say it was a win, it was this, it was that. And it never was. So it's near to me.
A1000. A1000.
No, I'm not about that.
What? Because there's a girl called A1000. Apparently, he did the same to her. And he was over the top with her, like affectionately. But listen, he was in the White Pendragons, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, I know he was. With Graham. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a liar. He said he wasn't in there, and he was in the White Pendragons because I was told today. So he's an absolute lying cunt. Excuse my language, but he is. He was in the White Pendragons. He does know of John Winoa. He does know also of Andrew Devine. Yeah, he's got an affiliation to these people as well. I don't know whether you know this, but he does.
I don't know local stuff. Only from the things that the local people have said and the testimonies.
But you know,
in his hometown, yeah.
He tried to white lightning, whatever you want to call it, when the geezer shot his fucking wife and fucking girl and daughter. Yeah, and he was good friends with Oaksy. Let me tell you that now. He was good friends with that piece of shit. Yeah, the one who shot his daughter. He's acting like, he was looking after that girl in the bar with the caravan. It wasn't even his caravan. It was his mum's caravan. Yeah, he's talking a load of bollocks. He's talking a load of bollocks. That geezer who killed his wife and kid, yeah, he was good friends with him. Yeah, and he was shit scared of him. And
I didn't know anything about that until I heard that last night.
Yeah, Chrissy Morris knows this. Yeah, he was good mates with him. And the geezer shot his fucking kid and his wife.
Right.
Chrissy's giving it all like I was white knighting. He wasn't. He was trying to chat the bird up behind the bar. That's what Chrissy Morris was doing.
Can I bring up the conversation about what you mentioned before about the paedophiles? Now, I've known of Chrissy for, like I said, 6-7 years, and no disrespect to you guys, what the last 1 year, 18 months, so I'm told. So this isn't new to the likes of me and other people, not just necessarily in that group, because there are people that aren't in that group who noticed what was going on back in the debt world, which is what I sort of like tried explaining last night, where we saw he would jump in halfway through, ruin it, or jump in and take out, the credit on everyone. Everyone's worked the backsides off for that, and had nobody.
litigation with you either. This is what I was told today. This is what I've been told. There is no legal. He's got no legal litigation against you, so he's lying again.
Well, there's nothing to have against me because I am squeaky clean. I've got no skeletons in my closet. I do hope that I am a well-respected person in my community because of what I do. I've got no reason to lie.
He said to you yesterday that he can't speak to you because he's in legal litigation with you. He's
Yeah,
lying.
yeah.
He's got fuck all against you. Yeah, he's absolute lying cum. I mean, I found out the hard way. I'll say it now and it hurts. The fucking wasp was right. The wasp was bang on the button, 100% right.
Right, can I explain how I come to meet Ross?
This is Esau, by the way. Esau. He was shocked by what's been heard last night.
I can't speak for a few minutes, so please don't just keep talking.
Okay, go on.
All right.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, was I'll briefly go over it quickly so you get a bit of background.
Go on.
We'd obviously
Go on, rush with me. You can take your time, no problem. Go on.
Right, okay. I've got teas to do in a bit, so but no, I'll try and outline it. Yeah, so people started becoming aware of Chrissy when he was what you just quoted before, white knighting, taking all the credit. And it's not about taking credit, it's about helping people in the background and just doing it and getting on with it. So these things started to come to light, and then I know Ross and Seven from the debt world and everything else that went with it, and I didn't know them to speak to. So then obviously it came about with Hoof, and I was warned against Hoof when I first sort of like started talking to him, because he was best mates with Chrissy. I said no, they've worked together, they've done this, they've done that, not to be trusted. And it was at one point, this was when the grow bit happened. Excuse me.
When Chrissy nicked the grow. That's when Chrissy nicked the grow off Hoof and the geezer who owned the gym. That's who he nicked the grow.
Yeah. So I actually had a lengthy conversation. I was working nights at the time and I stayed up for it. And I had a lengthy conversation with Hoof and his good lady wife, who's absolutely lovely. She's spot on. And you know what? After that conversation, I did actually went out on a limb and because I'd had like 2-3 hour conversation with them both, and the way they were talking so eloquently about things that had happened. Now I'm a massive believer in telling the truth, and I don't like liars, and that's down to my background with family and stuff like that. And I don't trust people that can't be honest. So, but the truth was just out there, and I had no reason at the time to not distrust or not believe Hoof. So, moving on to anyone that Chrissy comes across, he actually calls them a paedophile and racist, anything else that will roll up his tongue just to try and basically slur your name, la la la. The Silver Wren stuff, I will go out on a limb and say it's completely untrue because I got sent the documents and the emails at the time, and it was Morris that actually made a complaint about Russ, and it was 2018 because of that.
I can confirm
out.
What you've just said to me. I've been told today, which makes me have a lot of fucking egg on my face because that's what I was told today. Exactly what you've just said, word for word.
It is honestly. I wouldn't. There's no need for me to lie, and it's and it pains me to see. And I didn't want to come out on a public arena and do this after I'd been, I've had bits and pieces going on in my life where I've dipped in on the Chrissy Morris stuff and dipped out, and then obviously I've been sent stuff, and so I can actually 100% confirm on my kids' lives. I've got 5 of them. That is complete and utter bullshit. It is, and it upsets me.
You think that Chrissy Morris is doing deals with the police? Because if this is true, that he actually did have a handgun and he did have bullets and he's walked away, that's impossible. That is what I found quite hard to believe. Secondly, I know for a fact he's trying to do deals right now to stay out of prison. Yeah, for Monday.
I can believe that. I've heard the stories all over the years from people that live in the area. He's a police asset, 100%.
He's definitely a police asset. That's 100%. Whether he's a paid informer, they're never going to tell you because they're not allowed to tell you. But he's definitely doing deals left, right, and centre to stay out of prison. But they'll still pick him up to just warrant arrest. Monday. He's pushing. What I've heard, he's pushing for a suspended sentence. That's what I've heard today.
That's what he's after, though. And I said before I come into this stream, I had things in my head that I didn't want to mention. Children are one of them, and the court case is another one. Because at the end of the day, fill your boots Monday night, whatever. Personally, I've been here before with other court cases with him, and you get you can help. You can help. I don't want any, and especially with where that group's concerned, nobody will post anything about children. Nobody will post anything to jeopardise anything, even though it's a private group. And the admins on there are very much fierce.
It's vetted, isn't it? That's what I've been told. So, and rightly so.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in the group. Let me just tell you this right now. I was just told there's a group, which I'm going to put out there, if you don't mind me saying it, what it's called.
No.
I was told it's called Counsel Morris Needs Counselling. Is that correct? That's what I've been told.
Word to that effect, yeah. It is a private group. But I do, as an admin, and there's somewhat, there are victims in there, and I do want to protect them, and rightly so, and they probably want protecting. So if he does get sentenced, and obviously he's going to get sentenced, if he does get custodial, then I will approach these victims and see if they want to come forward and tell their story. And obviously on a platform like this.
I was in court. 3 people perjured themselves in court on his court dates. Oof was there, so he would know as well. But 3 people perjured themselves, hence why he got found guilty of the molestation breaches. He got away with the other one. I can't remember what it was. The one with starts with an R.
The restraining order, that was the one where Perry said he was at his gaff.
It was at his. It was at the cameras were down. Well, I know for a fact.
Yeah.
Down, and there was a blind spot.
The molestation one was he actually put himself at the scene, saying he was.
3 times he breached it, wasn't it? 3 times they allowed him to breach it.
He's done it. He has done it quite a few times. I mean, at one point he did actually get pulled by the police. He was driving with no insurance or MOT or tax, one of the two, and he had a roadblock on and they were checking people, and he got pulled and then he got arrested for the non-molestation because he was actually invited to go in, I think, if my memory serves are correct. He was invited to go and he didn't go.
He lives like a pig. I mean, I know this is a completely different thing, but he lives like a pig. You get in his car, you can't even put your feet on the floor. It's that fucking dirty. He's supposed to be a fucking clean counsellor. He's a pig. He's an absolute pig. His car is a pig site, so I can't imagine what his flat must be like. On Pickle Road, Chris, to stop lying where you do live, because you live on Pickle Road. Sorry about that, but I know he's listening, little cunt. So he can't. He has got what the person said to me. The realest thing, he's got a silver tongue, and he uses it to get out of everything.
Yeah, you see that on the council meetings where say like one of the last times where the police came in, and he tries to get to people on. Like when the police came in, he says, "What's your name? So, can you take your mask off? Because I want to speak to you personally. And what's your first name?" And he's a psychologist's wet dream. It's that simple.
Yeah.
He knows how to work the psychologist because he's. I don't know who's told him that he's something special in his lifetime. Maybe it was his mum. Maybe it's people. I don't know. But I am
this is as they would say. He comes in at the lastminute.com, tries to white knight people and say, "Look what I've done, look what I've done," and really he's done fuck all. Is that basically this is what I've been told today? Basically,
100%, yeah.
So that's in a nutshell what he does.
Yeah, and the thing that really got me, because obviously I'm not going to mention the name of what you're going through at the minute. From what I've seen over the last few days, he's coming in and he's this is the person that's trying to white knight against a non-molestation order that's been charged and convicted with a non-molestation order.
Exactly.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
I've got 28 days left on mine. I can do it quite happily. I've got 28 days left on mine. I was put on a molestation order. I'm going back on the 10th of next month to have it retracted. It's a complete waste of fucking time, if I'm honest, because there's only 18 days left on it. Give me after I go to court. I'm winning court, but the point of the matter is it's only 8. It took, because of COVID, and I contested it, it took this long to get to court. So I'm taking the person back to court to contest it for 18 days. Does it seem worth it? Not really. And what he's done is gone round phoning people saying, if you've got any information, you've got any... Well, I've made the judge aware, Judge Slaney. I've made him aware. I've made the courts aware of what he's doing. I've sent it to them, what he's been doing. So he's an absolute fucking idiot. And he knows damn well that I'm contesting it. It's not the person taking me to court. because I've not breached it. If I'd have breached it, I'd have been arrested, which I've not.
Yeah.
And there is only 28 fucking days left on it. So,
Ryan, can I ask? Sorry to interrupt. What did you ask Morris for help? And is that how your relationship started in some sort of court thing, something like that?
About a year ago, I approached him and asked him for information on who.
Oh, right, okay.
And that's the God's honest.
Right.
Yeah.
Just bear with me a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna blow my nose. Hang on, I'll put you on mute. Yeah. Sorry. But can I stand out there and it's from someone that has seen all the documents regarding Hoof. This is Morris's MO. He will call anyone a paedophile, a racist.
That like you, he calls you a paedophile. But what it doesn't, exactly. I mean, anonymous again because I don't know the person. They're phoning me anonymous. Have you heard about this picture with him in bed with a 12-year-old? Is this the first time, or because I've got to be very careful what I say about him, you and me? But this is what this anonymous person has told me that there is a picture about.
I haven't heard that, to be honest. It's news to me.
His daughter. Now
I haven't heard about that.
Okay. So
however, if we can steer away, the only reason why I want to steer away from the kids is because I think that will be used at the sentence. I think that will be used at the sentencing.
Well, a person today phoned me and said she needs a lot of psychological, which I can understand. If it's what's true is being said, if it's true what's being said, she's going to need a lot of psychological help. Now, I have met his daughter. She's 16 next week, so she's legally can do what the fuck she wants after next week. Give me, yeah. I found her to be a competent person, if I'm honest. Very pleasant person, very nice. I just don't understand why he kept wanting to come to my court cases. Why did he want me at his court cases? He wouldn't approach Hoof. He wouldn't say a word to Hoof. He stayed away from him. It was me that was going outside chasing Hoof outside the court, filming him. Yeah, he wouldn't say not one word would he say to Hoof. Well, why not? Why did he want to keep coming to my court cases? Because I never fucking asked him to come.
Did you not? No.
Of course I never. We've got no reason to be there. I've got a barrister. He's got no reason to be there.
Right.
No reason to be there. And then why is it his daughter? On the last time.
I don't know, but if you watch the videos, it's just if we can leave it up the kids' side of it, if you don't mind,
of
after
course.
this.
Yes, absolutely.
Is that all right? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
He used to take the daughter everywhere, and if you watch the Battle in the Bailiffs video, it is out there. I'm not sure where.
I just don't know why. On the second day, Will was here, whose show this is. He was there on the second court appearance, and he see her in a school uniform. Yeah, he see her. She's turned up in a school uniform. What is she doing? Why would you not? And this is what I don't get. You get these celebrities on social media and they purposely leave their kids out. They blank the kids' pictures out. Jason Manford's one for it. He will not put his kids' pictures out there. And I 100% agree with that. Because there are people out there that would... I see things, when you see parents on your Facebook profile posting pictures of the kids, that's lovely, going to school, that's lovely. But then there's badges on the jumpers and stuff like that. If we can't protect our own children or children within our own community... then what hope has anyone else got? And then you've got people putting their kids out there and then moaning and complaining that... Why is he taking a 15-year-old girl to a court case? It's got fuck all to do with him. It was my court case.
I don't know. It's
odd. Do you not think at least odd?
It's frightening. It's frightening. I wouldn't dream of tagging along one of my kids. It's not something that I would do.
I wouldn't even want them to know what a cult looks like. Never.
There's things in my family that I do protect my kids from, and my youngest is 17.